Today I'm going to alter this ring flood / freeze sensor to fit under my dishwasher, which is a really tight spot. So let's start with opening the ring, and I'm going to show you what I mean by making it less tall. So trying to jam that underneath something like a dishwasher with low clearance or a narrow edge along the edge of a dishwasher, just not going to work. So we're going to have to void the warranty and open this thing up. And there's the identifier you'll see in the Ring app when you go ahead and add it. So we start with moving that semicircle over to the open position. Normally the tamper light will go off, but we still have a plastic protector here in the battery. So we're going to disassemble it and basically remove the plastic from it. And remove all screws. So I'm holding my finger on the gold pins underneath to keep them from spinning while I unscrew the two screws. So now I've freed up all but one of the gold pins. That one's stubborn for some reason, but the circuit board should just come right out, and it did. All right, so we've liberated it from the plastic. That portion is now done. Now it's time for some reassembly. So we need the gold feet to go back on. So the easiest way is probably to do something like this with your hand. Hold the screw, get it started without jamming it into the printed circuit board. Okay, now let's have a close look here at the board. I've put the 4 screws back in for the 4 gold feet, and we'll notice a temperature sensor there. And I'll also notice there's different versions of the printed circuit board, apparently. No, never mind, I'm looking at another one off camera. It's the same thing. So yeah, that's the printed circuit board. Now we have some more challenges. The antenna sticks way up, so we haven't really shaved enough off of the height. If we just bend this over, it'll snap at the solder joint there. Yeah, don't ask me how I know. So what we want to do is be very careful. Actually do that with my finger. Okay, there we go. Next, tamper. Okay, if you have a twist tie around, you might be able to jam it in that hole, but it is really tight. Doesn't really go. So I'm using a sandwich bag tie that comes with, I don't know, chargers and stuff, holding them during shipment, the cables. And that gets the tamper switch in the down position permanently. As long as we do this tight enough and enough turns, it should stay like that for years. Okay, so tamper switch is now down. And now the battery. How are we going to keep that in place? Well, it works, but we want it to touch the ground. We want it to become a leg so that this PCB, printed circuit board, can stay flat on the ground underneath your dishwasher. So we're going to have to get a little creative and use the wire tie there to try to hold stuff together, because that's the most delicate part of all of this. So how do we keep that battery solidly attached? So why have it be difficult? So I'm going to position the battery so it's lined up with the feet. And now I'm going to tape this spring in place. And tighten that. Okay. Same at the other end. Get it roughly in place. It's going to be down at the bottom of the connector, right, because it's becoming a foot. Tape it. Wire tie. I don't really want to rely on the holding power of electrical tape over the years. All right, to really pull the wire tie tight, it's pretty important. We can trim that off, something like nail clippers that are used just for cutting wires. All right, that's it. We now have a pretty solid assembly. This is acting as a foot, this little plastic nub. It's actually working out great. The antenna no longer sticks up higher than the battery, so that's good. And this will easily fit underneath my dishwasher. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and thanks for visiting tinkertry.com.